Everyone, Rob Fleury, Monday, June the 20th. Beautiful evening. Storm's coming though. Hot. You know what? You could probably say that if I would have shot the video today, I would have been shooting it from the surface of the sun. It was freaking hot. It's still hot, but there's a cool breeze coming, which tells me there's a storm brewing, plus the clouds in behind me are dictating that too. Anyhow, this is day 14 of a 30-day video challenge, and my video today is about my two kids, Yannick and Tessa. Tessa just recently submitted, I don't know if I shared this with you, but she recently submitted a painting to an art gallery, and it got auctioned off, and that was pretty cool, and she got a little bit of money for it, and that's awesome. And then this weekend, she worked at the Brantford Pride, and she volunteers for it, and she's on the committee, and she was carrying the flag in the parade to close the week ceremonies, I guess you would call it. And pretty proud of that kid. She walks to the beat of her own drummer. I think that's how you say that. And she drives me nuts. She's a teenage girl, mouthy, what have you, but I know that once she gets past this stage, she's an awesome kid, and I'm very proud of her. And she stands up for other people, and that's a good quality, very good quality to have. Anyhow, last week my wife comes outside and says, "Hey, Rob, you need to go into Yannick's room. You need to go into Yannick's room. You know how you're always busting his chops about being on the computer and what have you, and, typical wife stuff to husband to wife stuff." Ooh, windy. Anyhow, I go in his room, and I sit down on his bed, and he shows me he had this assignment to do for school, and my son's interests going forward are to be doing sound, working a soundboard that goes in concert with movies and TV and stuff. So anyhow, I sit down, and then up on the left screen, because he's got two screens, up on the left screen, there's the footage of Terminator 2, I think Judgment Day or whatever, pops up, and you see the robots and stuff and the people and shooting in the wind and the fallout wind. And on the right hand side, he's got a soundboard, and a computer soundboard. And what he did is he made the sounds for the shooters and the dust storm and the robots moving, articulating, and he made them, and then he married them up to match simultaneously to the movements. I was sitting there pretending, yeah, that's cool, but I had to leave the room because I was completely, I don't know, I guess you could call it eating crow. I was so impressed by that. I thought he just wanted to go, work in a CBC recording studio or something. No, he wants to go into movies and stuff. And man, that's pretty impressive. These kids are going places, and I might lean on them, and because it's my job, it's my responsibility. I got to give them some guidance. But at the end of the day, these kids are going to turn out outstanding, and there's a great future ahead for these kids, man. And I'm completely stoked. And will I apologize for being grumpy dad? No. Because later on, when they get to be my age, well, younger than my age, they'll understand. And we'll have a certain understanding with each other. And yeah, I remember Dad. Yeah, I remember Mom. But I am so proud of those kids. Man, am I so proud of those kids. In terms of my health, well, we'll see how that goes. I put on a couple of pounds since over the weekend. Well, Friday, my boss had a barbecue, and I had a sausage. And then Saturday, my sister's party, and I had some beer. and I had a hamburger. So all that stuff, it adds up in terms of weight gain, especially when you're trying to challenge yourself. But you know what? It's a little stumble. I'll get up, brush my knees off, giddy up. I'll take that weight off, no problem. I'm determined. So, yeah, so back on the Jeunesse Zen products. And so anyhow, and I'm excited. I got my first box of Reserve in today, and it's going to my niece, Amber. I'm giving it to Amber because I think it might help her. Anyhow, peace out. Be safe. Drive safe. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Halfway there. Bye.